Yo, stay wavy TV, ride the vibe with me, splash through your screen, drip clean like the sea, high tide energy, never on mute.
Josh Allen ruined one of the greatest comebacks in NFL history last night against the Philadelphia Eagles. Going into the fourth quarter, the Eagles were winning 13-0. And it looked like the Eagles were just going to easily coast to the win. But that's not what happened. Jalen Hurts had 0 passing yards in the entire second half of the game. He didn't score in the third or the fourth quarter, which is sad, right? This guy just won the Super Bowl last year. There's no excuse for that. So the Bills ended up scoring, right? They missed the field goal, and the Bills defense showed up and continued to stop the Eagles from having any type of success on offense. And then Josh Allen rushes in for a touchdown, right? With the help of his O-line. They pretty much pushed them into the end zone. They score a touchdown. So then they go for the 2-point conversion. As they go for the 2-point conversion, Josh Allen is moving around in the pocket, right? Then he starts running towards, the end zone. Looked like he was going to try to run in for a touchdown. And he had 2 players open, right? Cooks was open and another player was open. I forgot his name, but I know for a fact Cooks was wide open just standing there. And Josh Allen throws the ball to the left and the game is over. Josh Allen, when you're a guy like Josh Allen who just won MVP last year, right? You just won the MVP last year. And they had so much momentum going into this 2-point conversion that I swear to God, I thought that they were going to score this 2-point conversion. But they were unable to get the job done, and Josh Allen folded like a pretzel. He folded let's just call it what it is, y'all. He folded like a pretzel, man. There was multiple players that was open. And Josh Allen, because he was, I guess he was nervous. And listen, there's a lot of adrenaline going on in situations like this. His team was losing the whole game. Josh Allen was getting sacked for most of the game. He even injured his foot. He thought he broke something in his foot, but luckily the x-rays came back negative. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen was under a lot of pressure because for most of the game, he was not getting protected by his O-line. He was getting sacked. And he was unable to, complete one of the best comebacks in NFL history, in my opinion. Because when it's the fourth quarter, bro, and you're down 13-0, right? And you're able to score, your kicker misses the field goal, and then you get in a position to score again, and then you go for the 2-point conversion, and you got 2 or 3 players wide open, bro. If Josh Allen would have been able to pass to the open player and they would have got the touchdown, this would have been a great look for Josh Allen, bro. Especially going into the playoffs, because there's only one more. I believe there's only one more game of the season before playoffs, right? So imagine if Josh Allen was able to get this comeback completed and the Bills is going into the playoffs with this type of momentum, right? Josh Allen in his mind should be like, I'm going to the Super Bowl. I won the MVP last year, right? I just beat the reigning Super Bowl champions in a tough game where it looked like the game was completely over. You need these type of wins going into the playoffs, man. And I have a bad feeling that this loss is going to affect Josh Allen going into the playoffs. I really do. I think that the Bills are going to end up, losing that first playoff game, bro. Because losses like this, bro, these are the type of losses that you lose sleep over. Because Josh Allen and that entire Bills team, they know that they should have won that game yesterday. 100%. You didn't lose to the Eagles because Jalen Hurts had a hell of a game. No, you lost to the Eagles because their defense gave you problems until the fourth quarter. And when you were able to finally figure out the defense, right, your kicker missed the field goal. And when you had a chance to go for the 2-point conversion, because they didn't want to go for the field goal because they didn't want to go to overtime. So you could have went into overtime, but you said, you know what? Fuck it. I just want to win the game. You go for the 2-point conversion. And let's be honest, guys, even if Josh Allen didn't pass it to the open player, he could have ran it to the touchdown. He just froze up. If he would have kept running to the right, he could have just dived into the end zone and got the touchdown. But I think because his foot was injured, I think he wasn't confident enough that his foot was going to hold up running into the end zone, bro. Because like I said, he got sacked. He injured his foot. He thought that he broke something. And I think that affected him. That's why, bro, when you're going up against teams that, you know, are sacking you for most of the game and you're playing a team with a tough defense, that it affects your confidence, bro. That 100% affects your confidence, and that's what the Philadelphia Eagles did to Josh Allen yesterday, bro. That defense just gave him too many problems for a majority of the game. And when his team needed him the most to show up, he folded. He folded. So, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. That was a much-needed win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Not a good look for the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, listen, a lot of people think that Lamar Jackson should have won MVP last year. A lot of people feel like Lamar Jackson was robbed. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the Bills ended up beating the Ravens in the playoffs last year, which kind of helped Josh Allen prove, like, nah, they gave it to the right guy. But at some point, bro, if you're Josh Allen, at some point, you have to prove that you are what everybody thinks you are. Let's be honest, guys. People look at Josh Allen as, like, a lot of people think he's the best quarterback in the NFL. But in my opinion, he has yet to prove that. I don't think he's proven that yet. He has to have that one win that really cements his legacy as a quarterback. Of course, he has to win the Super Bowl, but I've yet to see him have that win. You know, he needs to have that one win that just people could always think about, that one game. And this was the game last night. This was the game last night. This would have been one of the best this would have been one of the best comebacks in NFL history. Of course, it's not going to be like when Tom Brady came back against the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. It's not going to be like that. But you're down 13-0 and it's the fourth quarter and you're getting sacked the entire first half. You were unable to score the entire first half, and then magically in the fourth quarter, you score twice and you pass the 2-point conversion. You get a touchdown on the 2-point conversion. That's a legendary game. That would have been a legendary game for Josh Allen. And he folded like a pretzel. He folded like a pretzel. So Josh Allen needs to make a statement the next time the Bills play, because they listen, bro, they can't afford to go into the playoffs, bro, you know, losing again. Let me see. Who do the Bills play next? Give me 1 sec. Who do the Bills play next? So the Bills play the Jets next. I'm expecting them to win that game January 4th on Sunday. That should be an easy game. The Jets suck. But yeah, man, these type of losses, bro, these are the type of losses that you lose sleep over. These are the type of losses that can affect the quarterback long term, because in the back of their head, like, this is the kind of losses that make quarterbacks lose confidence. Like, look at Baker Mayfield, guys. Baker Mayfield started off this season clearly looking like the best player in the NFL as far as the quarterback. He was going to win MVP clearly, right? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have lost like their last 6 games. And now Baker Mayfield is kind of looking like he should be a backup quarterback, right? So all it takes is that one loss that can affect the quarterback's confidence, that affects them long term. So we'll see if Josh Allen bounces back against the Jets. Let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm out.
Yeah, welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix, got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this is the channel you embrace. Stay